My name is Eric Williams. Today, I'm here to give a presentation on IT governance plan for the company William Health IT Solutions. Let's talk about information technology governance. Information technology governance is a crucial organizational ability to promote IT business strategic alignment and IT value delivery to the business through IT. To implement IT governance, organizations can utilize a set of practices associated with decision-making processes, structures, and relational mechanisms to ensure that the organization's IT extends and sustains its objectives and strategy. However, the development of IT governance is a challenge to organizations, as evidenced by the presence of core IT governance problems such as low returns, high costs, and aggregation value on IT investment. ISO/IEC 38500 2015 provides guidelines to facilitate acceptable, efficient, and effective use of IT within organizations. The standard defines IT governance as a domain of organizational performance or corporate governance. According to the quality standard, there are six unique principles that organizations can use to foster success. Principle number one, establish responsibilities. This principle highlights that a clear allocation of responsibility is crucial in ensuring that IT supports the business objectives and delivers value to the organization. In this principle, ISO IEC 38500 recommends that IT governance responsibilities be noted and communicated to relevant stakeholders. This principle requires that teams and individuals within the organization be accountable for different aspects of IT governance, such as planning, implementation, and management of IT systems. Thus, individuals should be aware of their responsibilities and roles, and responsibility of others within the team. The essence of having clear responsibility is to prevent confusion, oversights, duplicated efforts, and provide a framework for decision making and performance assessment. To ensure the effective allocation of responsibilities, this standard recommends that the responsibilities of IT governance should be assigned to individuals based on their experience, expertise, and knowledge of the organization. For example, IT professionals should oversee IT systems implementation, whereas business executives should ensure that IT aligns with the business goals and objectives. Principle number two, plan to best support the organization. This principle requires that the organization's strategy consider the current and future capabilities and is to a long-term plan for using IT to achieve the objectives and goals of the organization. This principle underscores the importance of aligning information technology with the overall business strategy and ensuring that investments align with organizational objectives by ascertaining that IT is integrated into the overall business strategy. This principle also calls for effective decision making. All decisions should be based on understanding the organization's objectives, goals, and risks. Thus, organizations should establish a clear process for evaluating and prioritizing technology investments and making informed decisions on resource allocation. This principle also emphasizes effective communication and collaboration between IT and business stakeholders. IT and business leaders should communicate regularly to ensure that IT investments align with the business objectives. Effective communication prevents issues such as planning without IT in mind and making developments without considering the added value to the business. Principle number three, make acquisitions for valid reasons. The acquisition principle necessitates transparent, appropriate decision making and ongoing analysis when making IT acquisitions. Organizations should establish a systematic approach to acquiring, maintaining, and developing IT services and assets. This principle also outlines the need for organizations to consider the operational and strategic goals of the organization when making decisions about IT acquisition. The organization should take into account the impact of acquisitions on the organization's risk management, security requirements, and compliance. Organizations should also ensure that the IT services and assets they acquire are consistent with their policies, governance processes, and standards. Lastly, the principle of acquisitions requires organizations to procure and implement IT assets and services efficiently and transparently. This process entails establishing well-defined and clear roles and responsibilities and using objective criteria to evaluate potential solutions and suppliers. The organization should also balance the benefits, opportunities, risks, and costs of IT acquisitions in the long and short term. The organization should also ensure that it has the necessary resources, processes, and skills to implement and maintain acquired IT assets and services. Principle number 4, ensure necessary levels of performance. This principle focuses on ensuring that the use of IT contributes to the overall organization's performance. Organizations should establish a structured approach to evaluating the performance of IT services and systems. Examples of such approaches are assessing the impact of IT on operations and overall performance. Organizations should establish clear performance targets and metrics that align with their goal and objectives. This approach includes defining relevant key performance indicators and setting achievable targets for these KPIs. Subsequently, the organization should establish a process for regularly reviewing and updating performance metrics to ensure that they remain relevant and aligned with the organization's changing needs. Principle number 5, ensure conformance with rules. This principle focuses on ensuring that the use of IT complies with existing laws, policy, and standards. Organizations should ensure that their IT services and systems comply with relevant laws by conducting regular reviews and monitoring changes in relevant laws and regulations. Organizations should also establish policies and procedures related to the use of IT, data protection, privacy, risk management, and security. Principle number 6, ensure respect for human factors. Organizations should recognize the critical role played by people in the effective use and management of IT systems. Thus, IT practices, policies, and decisions should demonstrate respect for human behavior, including the current and emerging needs of all people involved in the process. The organization should engage people across the organization in developing and implementing IT systems, as well as provide training and support to facilitate the effective use of IT. Additionally, organizations should establish a culture of ethical and responsible IT use by promoting a shared understanding of the value of IT in the organization and encouraging people to use IT in a manner that supports the organization's objectives and values. Now that I've described what information technology governance is, let's now talk about Williams Health IT Solutions. Williams Health IT Solutions, or WHIS for short, is a mid-sized IT consulting company that provides technical support to hospitals. The organization's main mission is to help hospitals streamline operations and improve patient care by leveraging technology. WHIS does this by providing a range of services such as EMR system implementation and management, network and security, technical support, and communication and collaboration. WHIS fits into the more extensive healthcare system by providing hospitals with the necessary technology, infrastructure, and support needed to offer high quality and safe patient care. The organization works closely with hospitals to understand their specific needs and tailor its solutions to meet those needs. Here are a description of the services that WHIS provides. By offering EMR system implementation and management, WHIS helps hospitals implement and maintain electronic medical record systems to provide accurate and timely care. The system provided by the company enables the storage and retrieval of patient information such as medical history, medication, and laboratory results. The system is used by nurses, physicians, and other healthcare professionals. Network and security solutions ensure that hospital computer systems are secure and protected from potential cyber threats. The company implements security measures such as firewalls, intrusion detection system, intrusion prevention systems, and encryption to protect sensitive patient information and medical records. WHIS also offers data backup solutions to ensure the continuity of service in case of a cyber attack. WHIS provides technical support to hospital staff by troubleshooting and resolving technical issues. The organization also offers support and training for new systems and applications. Also, the organization manages hospital IT infrastructure such as network devices, servers, and storage devices to ensure that they are running on the latest software and are functioning optimally. Lastly, WHIS facilitates communication and collaboration in hospitals by implementing and maintaining communications and collaboration systems. The organization provides emailing services through Internet Message Access Protocol and Post Office Protocol 3. WHIS also provides telemedicine and video conferencing tools to facilitate the remote delivery of care and communication between patients and care providers. So, how would WHIS foster IT governance? WHIS can foster organizational improvement and possibly leverage this future in the IT governance plan by implementing a structured approach that focuses on strategy, performance, conformance, and human behavior. The key strategic considerations for WHIS are enhancing cybersecurity and interoperability of systems. Addressing these two areas will enable WHIS to leverage its future in IT. The first step in fostering improvement is establishing a compelling and clear vision to make cybersecurity and interoperability the core competencies of WHIS. This step will entail conducting a gap analysis to identify the areas the organization can leverage to develop competencies. This step is based on the principle of strategy. Next, the organization should establish performance metrics to monitor and evaluate the effectiveness of services and IT systems in meeting the hospital's interoperability and cybersecurity requirements. Some measures to consider are hospitals' interoperability and cybersecurity requirements. The organization can also set targets, monitor the network administration's performance, such as availability or response time, and regularly track these targets. This recommendation is based on the performance principle of IT governance. Third, WHIS should establish a systematic approach to ensure that the implemented improvements comply with the relevant laws, regulations, and standards such as Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, also known as HIPAA. The organization should perform regular audits of client systems and take action to address the non-conformances identified. This measure is informed by the conformance principle of IT governance. Lastly, WHIS should recognize people's critical role in effectively using and managing IT systems. Consequently, the organization should engage people across the organization in developing systems to meet interoperability and security requirements. This step also involves engaging staff in the client's organizations and providing support and training to promote a culture of responsible use of IT. This measure step is based on the human behavior principle of IT governance. In conclusion, IT governance is a crucial aspect of organizational performance that fosters IT business strategic alignment of IT value delivery. ISO IEC 38500 2015 provides 6 unique principles that organizations can use to foster success in IT governance. These principles include establishing responsibilities, planning to best support the organization, making acquisition for valid reasons, ensuring necessary levels of performance, ensuring conformance with rules, and respecting human factors. By implementing these principles, WHIS can improve its IT governance and achieve its strategic goals and objectives. Effective IT government enhances the decision-making process, communication, and ultimately better outcomes for the organization. This concludes my presentation on Information Technology Governance Plan for WHIS. Hope you all have a great day.